Hello and welcome to Divine Unisouls. Welcome to my channel. And I am Divine Sunshine. I was about to say forget something else, but anyway. And so thank you. If you're watching for the first time, welcome. And again, those who have been here rocking and rolling with me, thank you for continuing to rock and roll with me. I had been on a little sabbatical. However, we got this eclipse season coming up. What they say in 5 days as well. And I want to check into the energies. We know in times where eclipse seasons, we talk about looking and doing the shadow work and what things we need to, literally, there's my shadow, looking to see about if it weighs back. Okay, we out of here. But anyway, so we're looking back to see. You can't see it that way. There we go. So again, we know that again, that this point is where we got to really go into deep dive about some things that are happening to us. Some of them they're saying you ain't got to do like a scab where you actually like scratching and it's again bringing up scabs, and again you going so deep dive that the scab had healed and is back again. Some of this stuff is they're telling me that it could be something that you didn't know about. Some of this stuff again, it could be energies that again that you needs to help you to kind of finish out a little bit of the coffee pot, as we call it, theory, in which Kathy D had talked about in the playground experience about we still got to clean out as well, and that's the thing, the work. And you hear other channels talk about the shadow work, and a lot of times people like, I don't want to do the shadow, I just want to be in and out. But again, as we seen in that last one, they're talking about that this patience, clear, and understand that we cannot go ahead and keep on doing the worldly thing, which is wanting everything very microwave like. Okay, I'm being guided to do 3 piles. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. So 3 piles. It's 1, 2. No peeking. And 3. You kind of seen it, but anyway, for that one. So let's look and see about these. If your energies 1, 2, and I'm gonna get a clear. I did not say clarify, but I want to see what this energy that's behind it. 1, 2. 3. Okay. Try to do that sneaky like where you can't see that. Okay, so now let's look and let's just go off of what we got here. Okay, if you are pile number 1, your shadow work you got to work on is this revenge on the for real to real thing. You standing right here in the middle of time. To me, and when I look at here about the center of time, meaning to be is that again, that you're stopping time because of the revenge. You really stopping yourself from being able to move on, move forward about whatever this energy is about, this truth. I talked about in the other one of the videos about perception. Again, if you look back and really go back and look at something, and I've done that even working with my therapist as well, and it's seeing that a childhood experience that I had, it was not the way that is dramatically drawn out as I had said it was. I did see that what my family member had stated that had where it went, it did go on, but I'd seen it from perspective of the way my therapist brought me all the way back to the incident, that I could see it from my perspective, and then I seen it from their perspective as we changed the scene and the narrative about what actually happened. I would say that would be the same thing for you as well, that again is something about the way you had seen it. Yes, some of the overtones or the themes were right in the plot, but again I would say the little details or supporting details is a little off as far as that. And I keep on looking because I'm drawn to how her head is and how she's looking up, and that means again it's like, what are you looking at, what are you focused at? Because I'm looking at her eyes, are blood red. So it's, again, out for blood. Here's blood again. I won't cry. I listened to Masked Singer last night. Was saying, "Don't cry for me, Argentina. Do 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 do. I never left you." Again, don't keep your distance. I kept my promise. I used to sing that all the time when I was young. My mom would crack up because they used to have said about Vita was coming to Chicago. And this is again, that's interesting why I was love that again, because what it is, uh, you saying I won't cry for you, but in that song, like I said about that, it's always been haunting. What she said, don't keep your distance. I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Again, it's some kind of way about a promise that was said, or something about contractual, maybe soul contract that you felt like this person like, but you said you was gonna do X, Y, Z, or we said in the soul we gonna do X, Y, Z, and so now it's a problem here. So now this like boo boo. I ain't even thinking about you. I'm not gonna cry for you. Guess what? It's no if I cried 2 tears in the bucket. Now it. And so this is where again that's going on. This has been kind of, although you've been saying that, but I'm picking up the thing, the garden Gethsemane, the moment of again stressing so much that it's blood. I would say to be about whatever is going with you is that you've been stressing so much about it that it's been physically manifesting in your body. It might be a message for me. So again, we got 23 and 22. There's some leveling up in it. If you will get rid of this energy as far as the shadow work that you got to do about, hey, revenge, like again, revenge is like poison. You thinking that they gonna drink it, and you actually drink it from it, and you gonna die. Again, when we talk about forgiveness, is about just letting it go, letting it flow, and then let the universe get for you. If it's that bad, again, they call on justice to be again, and then for you to be for temperance, to be in a situation. You'll see it, you'll hear about it, you know about it. It's going to come up. I'm guaranteeing you. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And I know usually when I tell people that, they're like, man, right in the comments says you were sure was right. No, it's going to happen. It's say 2 weeks. Give between 2 weeks, and because of the eclipse season and what's going on, it's about to show itself it's to show itself approved. It's going to do that. And say 7 to 2. That's the long stretch I'm about to give it. That's it. 19, it's going to be a catalyst moment, and something's going to happen. And then again, because this catalyst moment, again, justice is going to be served about that. Because again, it's crying. This is, again, you got to get mastery. And 23 is definitely about change and evolving and transformation and different things about what's going to be happening. Because again, 2 and 3 equals 5, which is change. Again, the energy that is being brought on with this shadow work is because you've been thinking. You've been doing a lot of thinking. 47, okay? In this thinking here, you should be thinking and trying to, again, going into the heart, getting more heart intelligence, more transforming, more elevating, and going to the next level. I said that before I even looked at the cards. I turned them down. Again, I told you there's a 22 and a 23, which means there's some leveling in this. You need to give it a rest. 19, number 19 again. Why? I'm going to say this is a sign to us. Give this a rest, because why? Justice is going to be served. There's going to be a catalyst moment in this person's life, that whomever it is that you feel like, again, revenge needs to be gotten, they're going to get got. Like before you, again, because already in the process you feel that you have been gotten, the universe says justice has been served. Don't worry about this. What they want you to do is to rest and rejuvenate. Gather up all your energies, your strength. Become into that temperance energies, using that self-love, that, again, Ace of Cups kind of energies. Again, draw on that, again, to fill your cup, so your cup can overflow. So you can move into the energies of being this goddess of the moon, okay? Because this is, again, no more illusions. You are relying on your intuition, your awareness, and let's be honest, when you are in this energy of revenge, again, it's no F's given. I cried 2 tears in the bucket. Again, when you're in that energy, it's causing distortion, and it doesn't help you to be able to receive the energies, or let's say receive the coming of the Lord, or the message from the Lord, or whichever way you want to put it. Again, it does not help you to be able to receive the things, they say manifest, money, abundance, whatever it is, because of this energy. So you might say, my money been funny. Yeah, your money been funny because of this energy right here. So again, Release it. Let it go. I'm telling you this. I guarantee it. Again, that this service and justice is about to be served on this person or this situation that you're talking about. I told you again, 2 weeks, 7 days, 7 days to 2 weeks. I'm calling that. I know Steve Terrell said I'm not a time master or whatever like that, or father time. I'm different. I can clock it. I say about the energy. I'm guaranteeing that again from 7 days to 2. Again, if now see what he talks about, he's saying about again free will, which is true. I don't say it's too much about free will. Something about that he makes me go on that too. And I love Steve to death. I love that little southern accent he got there, very much so. But the thing, I will put a disclaimer on that again. What messes up is not even free will. I say what messes up for me, this not manifesting the way I say that it will. The Spirit has given me and challenged me to say it to you, so you know to expect that. Because again, if I'm telling you this and I feel that it is, I want you to get we are in agreement that from 7 to 2 weeks, this is going to happen. I like to talk to Steve and say, stop saying that about that free will, because if you say that again, while you bring the message again, we're saying we're in agreement for this to happen for the betterment of everybody's good that is in that. See, I'm not time master, wise, or whatever it is. Anyway, so again, we're in agreement with this because again, this is better for the all good for all parties that are involved with this or something better. So again, I'm saying this. We all on this channel is watching this as a touch and agree and saying 7 to 2 weeks, this is going to happen. Now, what's the disclaimer is that little fine print, like I talked about. The other thing is that again, you start worrying. You start doubting. And she don't know what she's talking about. I done seen her journey or da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Then that's when it start going, oh, I had it. It was. Okay, and now we break it down, and now it ain't going to happen. So don't come back to me, like he said, again, like he said, don't come back to me and be talking about writing all nasty little comments down at the bottom. I done told you again, I'm in agreement for this to be happening for you. But what makes the difference is if you start doubting, start saying, no, it can't happen, such and such, then that's where the breakdown comes down from. I don't call it free will. I call it just getting freedom. You getting off of what the path and what we had agreed upon that's going to happen. Because they said it 2 and 3 is agreement about something. Again, as long as for the betterment and the good of all people that are involved in it, it's not messing with anybody's, again, whatever is on there that is supposed to. But justice is justice, and that's just like truth. Can't cut it. It's the way it's supposed to be happening again. But I'm telling you, it's already written for me in the energies that I'm picking up, that it's already ready to be served. All you got to do is say order up, and that's it. You know, and it's just going to be out there. It's nothing you can stop. It's nothing whatever you can or whatever it is, because this is a lesson that needs to be learned from the person that's serving it to the person that's receiving it, because again, all benefits in, and it's showing me like this again, that it's other things in line. This person not receiving the lesson is messing up for everything else that's supposed to go in flow as far as we talk about divine timing and coming in. So this is right now, this is again perfect time, like again Steve Terrell talks about, for again divine intervention, divine timing. This is the time there. Divine timing said I'm in agreement. Yes, this can happen and manifest in 7 to 2 weeks. Finish with that. That's one. Next one, pile number 2. Your shadow work that you got to work on is artificial heart. Okay, this artificial heart, this again, not using his words, you are going around the world being a filet o fish. We can, again, yourself can smell it and say, something's fishy, something ain't right. I don't think this is 100% fish that's being served in this filet of fish. Although I love filet of fish. Jesus knows you can buy me with a filet of fish anytime with a sweet tea and some McDonald's fries. I understand that. I don't want to hear some of y'all say, oh my God, that is not healthy. God put it on this earth again for me to experience. Now, not to get crazy, where everything you overindulge with is a no, okay? But again, it is something again, just like I said in that filet fish. We know it's some kind of fish or some kind of whatever, byproduct, whatever fish is, whatever. I don't want you to break it down in the comment section. But again, some's filet fishy. You have been saying the filet fishiness been somebody else serving. It's actually been what you've been serving to yourself. Artificial heart. You have caused yourself to be, again, not being truthful. I feel like this person feels like this situation that you're in, excuse me, you've been, again, battling it and been telling yourself that, hey, you've been feeling as if it's okay. I can handle this. I can warrior through this. This is fine. This is really what I believe the divine has set up for me. Where I'm at is really it. I'm picking up this is really energy about something about a mission or a job that you're on, and you've been saying, yeah, this is it, and spirit and divine is saying, no, this ain't really it, boo. Again, we gonna put you in a place where people will be saying, oh, I see you, boo. This is a come up, but this ain't this. This might be a little coming up or a stepping stool or stepping stone to get you to where you actually want to be. But we're building you where you are. Again, really in these energies that we talk about, these eclipse or the Saturn direct that I talked about in the other one, these all connect. I just break it down, because I know a guy say, I ain't gonna be here for no whole hour and a half listening to her. So I break it down. It's still a continuation. The other tarot or the other readings or channel messages that I do, they all continue on. I really could sit down and just do a 5-hour event of everything like that. But I don't. I break it down. So again, this here is blocking you from you not being able to have a vision to actually see. It's blinding you for you to be able to actually see where you're actually going. It's blocking you from being able to speak your truth and communicate it as well as far as the vision about what is the matters of the heart that you actually want. These things here. I got 12. This artificial heart, once you get in line and really start living your truth, start speaking your truth, start seeing the truth about the situation, start visualizing the true things of this, the desires of your heart, you start doing that. It's got the number 12. 12 is divine order. Things will start flowing in divine order for you. However, the issue is, again, is this artificial heart, this filet fishy that you are signing up or you serving up to people is what is causing the issue of being filet fishy. So I call this one filet fishy. I had the other one about the other one too as well. It came to me, it was cute. I said it earlier. But anyway, so this is what it is about this one. This one is filet fishy. You got to deal with this. The energies that the spirit wants you to do is the first one. Getting grounded and rooted. And that goes back to that word radicate. This is why what I said in the other one with the channel message talking about soulmates. I would say for you that there might be a soulmate. They might be coming through. To help you to kind of get yourself together. I mean, soulmate means soul matching. What's matching your soul vibration right now and the experience that you need in order for you to elevate and to melt. Because you've been like Elsa. You've been saying, let it go, let it go, do, 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 do. You've been freezing up every daggone person that's been coming next to you because, again, whatever that you've been seeing, your perspective has been off, and everybody else, you've just been freezing. Freeze, 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 freeze. I don't want to be hurt. Kind of sound like my mom. Yeah, so I don't want to be hurt. And that's everybody. That could be me too as well. So I'm going to freeze this. I don't want you to get close. I don't want you. You come with that love and I understand. I'm going to freeze, freeze, freeze. So again, you're doing that, the Elsa move. And again, the filet fishy, the stuff that you've been saying about other people been coming to you filet fishy, you're going to find out that that filet fishy order that you've been smelling is really been something that you've been serving up. See, number 19. You got to have the catalyst. The thing about this is catalyst. You too, this catalyst with the soul match thing, whatever it is, this resonate with your soul. again, that's needed to help you to elevate to go things, the soul, whatever. It could even be your twin coming back, because that's still soul. Whatever it is, it's going to help you to eradicate, get grounded and rooted in the things that really help to serve and get a new foundation and creating a new foundation in you. Because again, this artificialness. So again, this is what the shadow work and this is what the eclipse is going to bring out in you for number 2. All right, and moving on to number 3. I guess number 1 I laid on that a little longer, but moving on to number 3, your shadow work that you got to work on is atonement. Okay, this one to me is understanding. To me, when I look at this, talk about playing the victim. You need to work on, again, your perception as far as you being the victim and you being powerless and you feeling as if you just turned your back and just allowed everybody to just come to me, where it is a state of your not being valued. Again, something about this when I look at you that you got to work on, the understanding that you're valuable and you're significant, and you also putting up healthy boundaries so that you can ensure that these incidents or whatever has happened to you does not happen again. So this is again about in your spirit, in your soul. This is really something that's got to be reprogrammed from the soul, okay, or in your spirit, because this is resonating out that I'm picking up for you, whether you like it or not. You could be saying, I'm doing all these different spiritual programs and it's still not coming up for you. So again, to me, I would recommend for you to read that book, The Power of Being, to really do some things about that. Again, it's a breath work about really centering and getting in touch with you, and really it's about centering. Really strongly for you, this person here, I would say again, you don't need any kind of distractions right now at this point. If you pick number 3, again, I would even say that if you're in separation, I would say that's good, because that's the way in which the divine is protecting you. Because again, you don't need to be dealing with the energies of your twin. They don't really need to be dealing with the energies of you either, because again, like I said, God bless, and I love that I have the ability to be able to talk to my twin if there's needed, or he needs me to as well. But again, as I'm evolving and I am becoming that butterfly and breaking down and all that stuff, I don't need his energy in the mix. Okay, and it took me a while for me to get to that point, because it's like, well, I love him and I want him with me and I want him holding my hand and and you know, and yeah, I do have those human moments, because again, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and I do have those moments like I want him, and then I'm like, what's going on when he can't reach out and X, Y, and Z. But again, sometimes again, they could be a distraction, point blank. When they're there and they deal with their stuff and they like help me with my stuff and I'm like help me with stuff, and then vice versa. And in both of our beingness and our divine feminine energies, we're not helping each other. I mean, and that's real talk, although I would like it to be other ways. But again, you know, you'll get there to understand that, hey, some of you all the newbies to understand. You're like, but I want, yeah. But once you get kind of spiritually mature into it, and you have grown and you've got some growth in you, you start to learn to say, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna put the do not disturb on there, and that's fine. And you deal with what you dealing, I deal with what I'm dealing, because I don't need all that energy exchanging there. If we're just evolving and growing into who this new person is, the same thing, just like butterflies. You can't help a butterfly, although you see them struggling in the cocoon. No matter if you call yourself helping them, again, you could be cutting a part of the butterfly. You could be stopping or injuring the wing. You don't know what you're doing. They might not get enough flow to the different parts that they're supposed to be developed. That's why it's best for them to struggle on their own. And that is why, again, the separation process is there between the twins. Okay, so that's why I say separation is good. That means I got to work on myself. We're becoming stronger. This is the same thing with this person. It's like this. This to me, like this. If you had been in a relationship or you 3D with that person with that like that, to me, it's I'm hearing somebody say you will catch some hands. You will catch some of them hands that ain't even meant for you. You know, and like the kids say, catching hands. And like, dang, that wasn't even, I thought you were aiming for him. How the hell you done punched me and you aiming for him? Or he might say, oh, how the hell you punching me, but you aiming for her? You know, so that's the same thing that, again, you got watching them swords be thrown at you and like the just be throwing them. And some of that stuff not may be meant for you. So think about that. That's a good analogy. I like that they sent to me. Then again, some of them swords, you be catching swords that's not for you. This in atonement, you've got to be, again, I'm picking up from them. They're sending to me, my guys, is that you should be thankful for the swords they have came to you because they help you to grow. They help you to know. And they help you to do better. That's what they said. Okay. So atonement, again, is, again, sitting there, marinating with it, becoming one with what happened. Asking yourself, why did this happen to me? What is it that I'm supposed to learn from this happening to me? And then now, what am I supposed to do with this moving forward? Okay? This is exactly what it's saying in your beingness, but not just turn around and say, just hit me with your best shot. You know, and say, hit me with your best shot. Come on in, hit me with your best shot. Do, do, do. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. No. Mm-mm. Okay. After that, you might can say that. Okay. They're saying, yes, you could use that. Because, again, when you tell them, you'll be less trickery. And when it happens, it's like, you'll be like the Matrix. Okay, bye. Sword flies on past. Or it might miss your nose just by this much. You know how to kind of step back a little bit before you step into when they throw the swords at you. So that's another way of kind of looking at it. Because, again, the energy is they want you to step into your abundance. This is the manifestation card. That right there, being in that atonement, being in those swords, and they call it King of Swords energy or Queen of Swords energies, that's never good, because swords, again, is about conflict in the mind, not really being able to be truly divine and being able to see beyond that. That's an issue. So you want to be able to now see the butterfly here, so you can be able to transform and see the full the tree, see beyond the trees in the forest too as well, about what you've gained, your knowledge, and be able to take it beyond. Because, again, in this energy of this atonement, this shadow work, they want you to understand about this. You're feeling right now that you're tied up and you're sitting pretty. This kind of goes back into the artificial heart, and it ties back into the revenge too as well. You're thinking it's all right, but you're not. Your perspective is off. This is, again, about you being tied up. This, again, the past, the energies of whatever is hurt, or these people that's throwing these swords at you, or you feel like you got to atone for something. This, to me, feels like regret. It feels like, again, abandonment, depression, okay? And there's also feeling, again, like disappointment as well. To me, this is what I'm feeling. And so because of all this happening, it's like, to me, you're setting a sentence for yourself, like, I deserve to be like this. I deserve to be all caught up. I deserve this, and it's my fault. It's a song. I think Tank sings that. I deserve. And he talk about all this stuff because, I cheated on you, so you deserve to come back and cheat on me. And then I should be saying nothing to you. Because, again, and for everything that you do, you was there, although I wasn't no good, and, and so then I deserve this. And this is what it seems like to me. This is kind of like, again, a feeling of I deserve the swords. Now, I don't know what you did. You might have been saying, I did some bad things. I've been a bad person, or I think bad, or because of this, or spiritually they're coming to me, or religious thinking, or because of family settings that have taught you to kind of take these knives in. It's something about this. This is guilt. And I'm feeling this on different degrees, and this disappointment, like you're supposed to deserve this. This here is saying, in this feeling here, this energy here, because of this shadow work that they want, Spirit wants you to work on, is because it's been a storm warning. And the storm warning, or this tower moment, is coming to you. If it has not come, or it's on its way to you, or you're like Les Brown, you're either walking towards a problem or walking away from a problem. You're either walking towards a tower or you're walking away from a tower. whichever way it is, and this is 10, you need to get into the mindset of this atonement that you're about to start back over again, because 10 is the energies of beginning again. And understanding this beginning again energies that's being brought to you by the powers of being or the universal source, that again, this tower that has already happened or is about to happen is coming to knock your foundation. And again, it's about that eradicating about your new roots that you need to draw on. Now, and so this is where it is again, because it's foundation. I'm looking at this. I know there's a foundation or a column, but I don't know why it looks like it's a horn too. Something has been blown. Like who's that one? They blow the horn, and then the seven walls of Jericho, and it went tumbling down. Because this horn to me is about the spirit. The spirit is calling on this tower. So I don't want you to be thinking again, this is another going in a nail in the coffin, another sword being thrown to you by people. This one is being brought to you by spirit. Almost like a commercial. This reading or this message is being sponsored by spirit, or this tower is being sponsored by spirit. I can see it with that, and the tower's got the logo or the label on its spirit, and all that stuff. So okay, they the one brought this in. Yeah, we own this. We own this tower, because again, this one is the one that's going to help you to begin again and eradicate all that other junk that has been set up there for you that has not been good. That's either been by family, it's either been by friends or situations or relationships or anything. Excuse me a second. Hey, anything that, again, as you see, I had to do that. They like to chew, my kids chew up the wall. This is my furry kids. I don't know why it agitate them or whatever like that. They like to mess with it. I think it is because were kind of telling me about it was something happening behind the foundation that was going on. And that's another reason why I had to have down here fixed too as well. And that's just a warning. That's the same thing. So just like that, although they're tearing up, but again, that's spirit, because it's something that's saying something's not healthy behind there. So again, this is what it is. This is again. So when this happens, if you're pile number 3 and this tower comes, understand it was meant to be. It's helping you to move into your divinity, because this is about Trinity, moving in line with soul, spirit, soul, and body, for all this to come into alignment with source. Okay, and so this is what it's all about. Spirit tells me about this here, and then I'm closing out now, is that, again, you can do this one of two ways. You can do it, and I'm like, I love, again, like I said, I'm a fan of Steve. Again, Spirit kept on saying, you know what? This could be a connectiveness if you're brave. I'll say that. You might read it and say, hey, all 3 of these piles is me. You just broke it down. Because it could be pile number 1 this week, and next week you come back in, you read it this again, it might be pile number 2, and next following week, a month from now, you might say, I'm pile number 3 right now. So again, this is something that, again, because the energy is always flowing, that you will see that out of all these piles, this might be you. Another way they say for you to read it is for you to read it and go back into it and listen to source and sit down and say, which one is the shadow work for my person, or which one is the one that's outer me, or the other me, or the other self, okay, or me on the outer, okay. So again, look and see how that might resonate too, because that might be another way for you to understand about, okay, this is why you talk about, and this is a sneaky tip that I do to get you all the trick to do the work too as well. First time you read is about what's happening with you is the feminine energies itself, okay, inwardly, okay. Next time I say read it and look at it for your person, okay. Now go back after you had looked at that, guess what? That was you and how you moving on the outer, out there in the world. That's how other people see your wounding. That's how other people see your shadow. I know. It's between me and you. Don't nobody know you went back there and looked at it again. So that's just me and you. Shh. But that's how other people see your shadow work, what things say, oh, that's what she got to work on. I see her wounded. I see her distortion. That's how they see you. So again, that's just be something between me and you. The spirit brought that to me too. Okay. All right then. So thank you. That is it. This is a really, I think, do I want to do it all, or do I want to kind of spread it throughout? I think I'm just going to do it all because that's it's for the week. I'm not even going to do that because to me that's kind of like manipulation. But like I do one a day and then tomorrow and then the other night. Well, although it does help with the rating stuff when I do it like that, but we'll see. Anyway, all right then. Thank you so very much. Thank you. If this is your first time seeing me, welcome. Hope to see you back again. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel because when you do that, it helps all our energies come together, and that makes me be more on point about what the messages that I'm getting out to you. So when you do the like and you subscribe, that puts us all in that energy there, and we become connected as well. If you need me, you know, all of my services is in the description box below. And also, anything else? No, it's just time for me to go. All right then. So as always, what is this? This is new. Okay, anyway. As always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste and Namago. Love you. Be talking to you real soon.